let's just get this over with, because this will be pretty damn long, because this level is it has a lot of stuff in it. I wouldn't say it's like broken. State College is broken, but this level has a lot of stuff. Number one, let's say you could go this way. I'll do one thing here. I'll also get the hazmat because I don't want to die. In here, you can just jump over this, either with the use of these or with the use of these nubs on both sides. But on the right side it's easier because of this. And jumping here, you can move while in these things. So you might think it'd be able to go back here. There's an invisible wall, but it still might technically maybe be possible to go through there. Here you can stand on all of these things and even like partially jump into it, but that's like texture shenanigans. Also, there's a small layer of this ink over here that you can stand on. It's pretty much the exact same thing on the other side. Oh, and I'm probably gonna die here. Okay, I guess I'm dead. I guess. No matter. At least I can respawn back at the place. Oh, come on. At the place I want. Jesus. So number one, an actual glitch trick thingy is right here. Here you can jump on this, then on this fence, or you can go from here off of the ice. If the ice isn't there, then just on this edge. You can go here, but then do this. You can just jump up. That's a very easy find. I found that myself. I was obviously not the first person to find that, but I did find it myself. Another thing. There is a hypothesized way of getting out of bounds here by using the speed we get from this, jumping to the billboard, and maybe being able to get out of bounds here. However, there's a bunch of invisible walls, so it's probably not possible. You can see that you can get there. I'm sorry that I failed that, but it does look possible. Same thing from here, maybe you could go there, but you definitely saw that there was an invisible one pushing you off. It might theoretically be possible to actually get out of bounds in there, but it's not yet known and probably probably will never be real. Here you can use this to jump out, and here is a place that we can use to go out of bounds. Finally, I've been waiting to get out of bounds. There's a way you can go out of bounds this way, because after you transform this first factory, or power plant, the planes start flying, and you can use one of these planes that goes around here. There's two that will go in this loop around this top section, and while you're on it, you jump off and jump to this point right here. You jump up here, and you can go out of bounds that way. If the planes don't exist, then you can go this way. Either before transforming on this, or you can also use the lamp, but that one's more difficult. You can jump on this, land on that rock, and climb your way up, just like you can in rail yards and in pretty much all instances of that rock. Hold on, let me back there. Let me get back there, then. Also, one thing that I would like to tell you is, once you get out of bounds, you can go completely around those rocks everywhere, around up there, and even on top of the top part of the Inktron Collider right there. Now, the way you can just jump most of the way, but right here is a bit of a hurdle. It's kind of hard to go there. To do it, I recommend going here, jumping while still holding the wall, and right here you should be able to nudge your way up and then on top. But I'm not sure though. You cannot jump here because there's a bunch of invisible walls. But there's a gap in the invisible wall right here, up here. There's no invisible wall there. Because I mean, it's way too high and far away from any walls, so why should they put an invisible wall there? So anyway, we can actually go out of bounds here. And go out. Now this level is very full of glitches and out of bounds because it is very vertical and has all of the many ink and water layers. One thing, look at this, there's a plane stuck under this place. You can paint it, I'm pretty sure you can. Yeah, but it doesn't move or anything, so having the plane active at the start is not a possibility. Here, there's a small gap in the floor you can go through here and be under this place. There's another plane here that you can paint in here, but you need to be a bit smaller, so I can't right now. I'm pretty sure there's another plane here. There's many. You can go at the water here. You can jump on the inside of all of these bridges. However, you cannot go through, not even if you're size 10, because they're really thin in the middle. But they are what do you say? Don't have anything inside of them. There's a hole here that you can go through, and Jesus, go on the outside where you can collect this inspiration before you're supposed to, and to just do stuff here. I'm probably gonna die because I have very little paint. There's a hole here that you can only access once you're size 140 or less. Hold on, there's a bunch of stuff here, including this plane and stuff. Jeez, don't die. Please don't die. Okay, no. I'm gonna go back there because there's still a lot of stuff there. So I'm gonna continue and go back because there are still things I would like to show you. Right there. Skip forwards 30 seconds. If you're watching this, which you are, skip forward 30 seconds. Right, if you skipped over the 30 seconds, yeah, welcome back. I'm here now. So, I guess you can skip 10 more seconds. Maybe you'll be disoriented, but don't worry. Oh, don't fall off. Don't fall out of bounds. I don't want that. You can see the underside of the level, and we will go there. You can see that you can't fit here, but once you're size 140, 130, well, 139 or less, then you can jump on top of this grass, activate this bus. This one's fully tangible and paintable. All of them are, but this one's fully. It still doesn't move, so what a shame. You can be on the inside of this, which is quite interesting. Can you maybe wall run here? You can. I actually didn't try this yet. So I'm going back. There might be something interesting there, but I doubt it. I have plans here other way. I guess you can't. So right here you can jump out of bounds, come on, jump around into this place. This layer down here, this is the very bottom layer. You can pretty much fully explore everything here, but there are invisible walls. Well, they're not invisible. They are at least visible from the other side, but not this way. So it's quite disorienting and you can't really see where you are. And it's also broken here because you're not supposed to be here at this time. Here, you can find out that the crates of, the inky crates have the symbol on the bottom also. That's where I found out. If you look from the bottom, which I can't right now, look at this. maybe you can see the inked symbol, but I guess it's kind of hard to really look at. Yeah, you can faintly see them. They are there. Whew. I'm gonna go above the ice layer. Here, there's a bit of yellow that you can use to get back in bounds. It's a very difficult trick, but I'm gonna give you the line up to do it. Just stand right about here, then go forwards until you hit this little crescent moon. See, you should get yellowed at the exact point you enter. And while you're on it, jump. Then jump while you're rising in the water, or paint, because you can do that. And if you continue going forward, and then do forward and to the right once you jump, which if you do it right, mind you, it's very difficult, you should be able to clip back in bounds, because there's a hole above there. Also, another thing that you can see is that the ripple effects on the liquids in this game are very glitchy from the bottom. From the bottom, all of the ripple effects just completely stay where they are and become a solid surface. You can see it on the water in a few moments. I'll show you. Also, it's quite cool, quite interesting. I'm gonna try this trick once more, but there are other ways of getting inside. You see? Yeah, I was almost there. It's very difficult. Okay, here, this white ground actually does not have any collision, so don't watch out and falling out of bounds. But the dirt patches here, or sand patches, do, so you can use them. Now, the water is still intangible inside of there, so you might be thinking you might be able to go out of bounds through there, but probably not, because the water really prevents you from going too deep. There's nothing really interesting in here, I guess. There's a wall. Anyway, let's continue. Still, be careful not to fall into the floor. Yeah, no. The water can save your fall over here. But what we can do is clip back in bounds, because the water, well, the ground there, it does not have collision, so we can go under it and then use the water to flow back up. I will do it in a few moments, but first, another thing. You can go under the collider here, and also go to the other side. But you might be thinking that that's crazy and there's walls here and you can't. Well, you actually can. First, I'm gonna show you something normal. That there's these slopes that push you downwards, and they push you downwards into the floor with no collision. So you can actually pass through the floor with no collision and go back in bounds. You have to be size 10 on this side in order for you to actually clip out, because you have to be small. Or I think you can be size 100 as well, but at least it's not 200. That's all you need. But you can still, if you do it well, go around. Make sure not to clip out or anything. It's better to watch from the bottom underside. If you do it correctly, which I did not really remember how you do it. Oh no, I got soft locked. I got stuck. Okay, I guess there is a way of going through there to the other side. Don't worry, you're not gonna miss anything by me getting soft locked here, but know that it is possible to go through this side. I'm just gonna restart. Check how long I've been streaming for. 14 minutes. Jesus, there's still a lot to do. Okay, let's actually go inbounds to something that can be useful. I'm just gonna become slightly bigger here. Let's say 188, 180, 1. Alright. I'm using the 2-player function to make it more nice for me, but you don't have to do that. I'm using the gyroscope on my controller to get Pinky to work. I also mapped a button on the controller to activate Pinky. It's the P button, by the way. P key on the keyboard. So you can use 2-player as a single person. It's really nice. At least that you don't have to use two people. Over here, you can walk on the edge of this wall pretty much very far away until you hit about right there. Or no, right there. There's a wall that you cannot go past. This place is interesting, but there's not that much stuff you can see. So I'm just gonna go back. Here you can go out of bounds here, fall off the ink layer, and then back in there. However, that's considered to be the edge of the level, and whenever you reach the edge, quote unquote, edge of the level, you get stuck in the place you were, not being able to do anything, and you have to restart because you get soft locked. However, the edge of the level is not right here. So when you're right here, you actually can fall through to the bottom side. So go to the edge, then fall back, and you can be here. Now, over here, be careful not to go to the side of there, because that is considered to be the edge of the level, and so you're gonna get soft locked there. Here you can be out of bounds and like walk around, interact with... Oh my god, I got soft locked again? No, I didn't. Interact with paint pools out of bounds that shouldn't be here yet. Whenever they're not transformed, they are under, like a little bit under the place they're supposed to be. And once you transform it, so it's normal, they should they will move themselves up a bit. There is also another layer below the ice, which you can go to, but there's nothing there. There might be something that we can do potentially, theoretically, but for now, I guess, don't bother. The ice is faster. Same thing for here. Everything. Just stay on top of the ice. You should be fine. Being under the ice makes it so you're able to like watch some stuff, look at some stuff, but that's not necessary. Here is the place you can go back in bounds. Next to the Pinky mission and these Z pads, pistons, go to this place, behind the wall, under this ice, under this piston, jump back here, and jump back out, because the buildings here are not yet loaded. They're not here yet, so you can go through. After, you can also go in here on the ice layer above a little bit, so it's a bit faster right here, but also you only in this state. After you transform the first power plant, a building comes here and you won't be able to. However, the path under the first ice, or well, the second layer of ice here, the second layer through here, under the piston, then go somewhere where there's no ceiling above you, and jump out. There you go. Jump, and you're out. The ink that is supposed to be here is not yet here, and so all the boats, inkies, and gradients just float. Since Blob is the only object in the game that gets affected by gravity. Nothing else at all. Inkies, paint bots, leech bots, cars, objects, crates. Oh, also these things you can interact with, radians and stuff like that. They don't. Only these objects that have physics. Most of these buildings, pretty much all of them, are not loaded yet, since they, if they were loaded, they would probably, some of them, poke out of the ice here, which the developers did not want. Choose to see buildings poke out of the ice. There's some blue paint here. Interesting. There's everywhere there's supposed to be these paint pools. The paint is still there, but it's stored a little bit under the level. Oh, look at this. They're always here, looks like. You can jump on top of this police station, like on every police station that has its back turned. You can jump here, but then if you try to jump, you can't because you're hit the ink layer, the level of frozen ink. Cool. You can see these inkies kind of have a good look at their models, I guess. Well, let's go around to the other side. Or not. I guess that works too. Isn't there a paint bot here? I want to get up. You can get up. You can get up. Maybe it might. Yeah, like this. Okay. Oh. Well, why are you like this? Why is he like that? Okay. Another car hidden here. Also, there's these pools there. The orange one is also accessible, but I don't remember how, actually. Oh wait, I do. I do. Under this ink, the path is still, the road is still there. So it actually is ink, it's not just a hole. You can go about down there. Oh, these waterfalls are not here yet. But the particles and all the things that look like it are. I don't know how to get to that ink thing. Okay. Let us continue, I guess. A lot of these out-of-bounds tricks are used in the New Game Plus speedrun, or any percent full game runs and stuff like that. Here, in these places, you can actually climb on top of these knobs here. You are able to jump off of them to get up there, as we showed you at the very beginning, but you can actually fully climb all of them. It's quite hard, especially the very first one is very difficult to actually land on and jump off well, but you can climb the entire thing all the way up there. It's kind of tough. You can do it on both sides. This side is actually useful to do it. At least, there's something there. I'm gonna throw myself against this wall for a moment. Also gonna give myself more time. Lives and shields. There you go. I'll try to jump up because there is something I wanted to show you. Nah, don't fall off. It is annoying. Jesus Christ. Maybe the compass is making it harder for some reason, I don't know. You can jump on this, but actually once the other ink layer is here and the buildings, well, no, once you transform the first power plant, as usual, all of the buildings appear and make this kind of impossible to go through. There is the yellow paint, as I showed you before, and this is exactly the hole. You can jump upwards. You can also jump downwards, but that's not really that crazy. You know, it's right by the collider. Remember? Do you remember? Remember? Another thing, there's next to this thing, you can just jump through it if you jump, or I think. Well, you definitely can go through it. So I don't recommend jumping through. There is this little hole here. The hole is only at the very bottom, and you can only go with size 0 to 19. We call it size 10. You have to be very careful to jump while jumping in there, but you can jump out. Okay, I died. You can jump out and be a bit out of bounds there. Speedruns also use that to respawn quickly for, you know, in one place. Another thing that I found yesterday, I think I was the first person to find this, which is cool, very cool, is another out of bounds clip that can be used in speedruns that wasn't implemented yet and is not really tested, so we don't know if it's faster because I found it yesterday, is this thing. Hold on. You can just jump to this. However, there is an invisible wall because they thought of it, but it's not everywhere. There's a small gap in the invisible wall on this corner that you can, if you go sideways, you can actually you can go through, but that's quite precise. So instead you can just jump on top of it, and hold on, I'll show you, because imagining it is kind of worse, less clear. Yeah, there's a small gap in the invisible wall that you can go through, but that's really tight. So instead, something more consistent is this. It's gonna take. There you go. First try. Yeah. Yup. The force of the invisible wall. I keep saying this. They're not invisible walls. They're invisible force fields. I think that if you have enough force, maybe a launch glitch, you might be able to actually go through invisible force fields. We'll just call them invisible walls. It pushes you, you're able to jump on this rock and then climb up. And through that, you can be able to go on the other side of this wall that I also talked to you about when I was over there. Remember that? Normally you cannot go past this wall, and you still can't. But now, using this, we can actually go on the other side. At least launchless. Being on the left edge of this is kind of risky, because it can push you off out of bounds style. Just push you off out of bounds. So it's not recommended doing that. You cannot reach the Inctron Collider through here, unfortunately. At least not yet. Every time you wall run on this, or jump on the grass, and a lot of other similar things have a tiny bit that you can wall run on. It's unclear if you can actually wall jump, because you can only be on it for one frame, and you would have to initiate a wall run and also jump off in the same frame, and that's impossible because they both take the same input, the jump button. So it's probably impossible to jump off of these. I don't know, you can try it, at least. Here, you can go through the ink because there's not an invisible force field here. Right on this corner, and watch out, there's no floor boundary, you have to go really like this. Yeah, it's kind of tough. And on the other corner, you can also fall down. You can be on the other side of this place. Look at this. This is the place I was right before I fell to the restart plane. Next to the Z piston that you can jump through, and next to the brown pool that you saw. This, right here, is where you can jump out. But in order to do that, you need the size 10. You can go out, fall into the pool, or you can go this way and go back inbounds, but you also only need 19 paint points, so it's not useful. You can pretty much go around completely, around the whole thing, kind of, but it's difficult, and I don't really want to bet on it. I wouldn't put my life on it, because I didn't try it that much, but you can go around this place and observe. I mean, it's really cool. For example, you can paint billboards from the inside, because, yeah, that's one thing you can observe. Over here, there's purple pool. Yeah, this is the place, exactly. You see there's a billboard here. Well, the purple pool makes it so that you can go upwards, and then jump on the billboards. Let me show you. There you go, I painted it. The way all liquids and stuff work in this game is that they have a small bit of texture at the top, and then a set amount of meters downwards. I'm not sure if it's consistent the whole time. I don't think it is, but sometime downwards you can. Well, it pushes you up and paints you the whole. It's where the hitboxes are, the way you can go through. That's some of the shenanigans in Rocket Range work on that basis. For example, the way to get inbounds and under the rocket pad. Here is another blue pool, but it's inaccessible from here. Even under the ice layer, it's also inaccessible. still under the accelerator is not really anything. This is a side of the collider that you can use to go clip inbounds, just like on the other side I told you is possible, and which I will probably show you, and to the other side. You can go both ways, but from this side to the other it's easier. So you can go also on this side. You can go with any size. From the other you have to be size 10 or smaller, so you can actually fit out of bounds. You remember, you're not. It was only like 25 minutes ago. Come on. This video has been very dense with information, and this is pretty much the end. The last thing I really wanted to show you. You can go get yourself under this piece of the dirt. The way you can clip back inbounds is that this dirt pushes you down, and you can go through this floor that doesn't have textures, which you can see. You can go into there. Also, this is one of the places that the ripple effects exist on. So, the glitched ripple effects that you can also really well see it well. Go through this side. You can go into here to the other side of the collider. Oh, I'm too big, so I can't fit. Oh, and I also fell out of bounds. But that's pretty much everything I wanted to tell you. You can clip back inbounds in there, but I also already told you, but just by going into the water. Alright, see ya. I think I made this dense with information. So, good.